Now, if y'all remember 2 years ago when I was doing videos on the Illuminati about the whole rumors about Hasbro and Toei splitting up to strictly focus on their own content, Simon Bennett actually debunked the rumors, and it turns out to be completely false. But one of the people from the Illuminati actually put out a statement on Twitter. He stated that the things that Simon Bennett said were inaccurate, stating that the information he believes is still valid. So which means that he's still believing the rumors about Hasbro and Toei splitting up, which, for one thing, I knew within my gut that the stuff they put out on the site did not make any sense of Hasbro and Toei splitting up. They just bought the company in 2018, so why would they need to split up? Simon did say that him and Hasbro have a good relationship. There's no way in the world they're going to end up ending their partnership just to focus on their own craft. They can always adapt new Sentai's, but just do their own thing. You don't have to always rely on original Sentai stuff. You could just be your own story and all of that. Much like how Dino Fury did. And Beast Morphers did. So, with Cosmic Fury adapting Kyuranger, you can tell they're doing their own thing by just creating their own original suits in ground battles. But the Zords are strictly from Kyuranger. So they're going to be using the Kyuranger footage based on the Zord battles. So it kind of makes sense as to why they're doing something like that. And I'm perfectly okay with it. But for some odd reason, the Kyuranger fanboys all over Twitter just being pissy and pissing their pants that they're not using the Kyuranger suits for Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. And I mentioned that last night about the suits in the video. So if y'all want to check that out, the link will be in the description, as well as the article to the Illuminati talking about the Cosmic Fury stuff. So with that being said, let's get into this topic. Power Rangers showrunner Simon Bennett has confirmed that season 30 Cosmic Fury will use Japanese footage from Ultra Sentai Kyuranger. He also confirmed that all of the Ranger fights will be completely original footage shot in New Zealand. Warning, this article will contain spoilers for the ending of Power Rangers Dino Fury. If you do not wish to be spoiled, you have been warned. In 2020, the Illuminati reported that Hasbro has ended their partnership with the Toei company in regards of using Super Sentai footage for Power Rangers. Bennett confirmed today that this is not the case, and Hasbro will continue to have a good working relationship with Toei. The announcement came from Hasbro PostCon, where Hasbro made multiple announcements in regards to Power Rangers toys, comics, and the show. Power Rangers Cosmic Fury will be the 30th season of the long-running series and is expected to be followed by a movie and TV reboot on Netflix. When asked, Bennett said the Cosmic Fury will be 10 episodes and will be released internationally at the same time on Netflix to avoid spoilers from other countries. Now, I did a video on this today, so make sure y'all go check it out as well. And personally, I think it's a good idea for them to release 10 episodes on Netflix internationally, globally, so which means that you don't have to worry about the international spoilers being shown in different countries and cities like Germany and Canada for the most part. So I think it is a great idea for them to do something different like that, because I think Power Rangers for the most part is one of the bigger brands in my honest opinion, even though it doesn't being talked about throughout the media throughout the years. So it's really good for them to know that what they're doing for the fans is great. Shout out to Summer Bennett once again. But getting back about 2 years ago when they reported about Hasbro and Toei splitting up, which did not make any sense whatsoever considering the fact that Hasbro bought the company and the brand in 2018. So for them to actually put out false information like that, it's just dumb. Like, sometimes I feel like, I don't know, where are you getting these informations from? They sometimes need to be called out for their BS when it comes to the split from Hasbro and Toei. So if they actually believe their own rumor, then something is wrong with the picture. Like, they're cool and everything, but sometimes you gotta come correct within your own statements. Let that be a lesson. So here's what Simon Bennett had to say yesterday at Hasbro PulseCon. What I can say now is that Hasbro has worked with Netflix on a global exclusive deal for season 30, which means season 30's 10 episodes will air on the same day worldwide. So there would be no more international spoilers from countries releasing the show first, which I know fans will be very happy to hear. I am too, because when you think about it, the international spoilers have hurt this brand, this franchise, since Beast Morphers within the Neo Saban era. I mean, to be fair, the Neo Saban era, you know, it has some good seasons and some bad seasons and terrible seasons as a whole. But personally, from my experience with those seasons, I almost quit watching Power Rangers because of how bad the seasons was, because of the writing and how bad the acting was. I personally blame the directors from the Neo Saban era of how the seasons turned out. Jonathan Disaster, for example, in Super Mega Force and Samurai, we all know that he is a huge Sentai fanboy, and which resulted in how bad Super Mega Force turned out, with these returning Rangers with little to no development at all that did nothing but just made cameos and all of that. So with Dino Fury and Cosmic Fury turning out the way they did, even though the seasons is not perfect, it's still good, but some minor setbacks. So I can't imagine of what Cosmic Fury going into this next year in 2023. So it's only possible that it might be released early, like around March or April in 2023. So, like I said, the fact that it's being released globally and worldwide, which is good, because that's how you know they're on a budget. So the helmet designs seem to be exactly as they were in Dino Fury. The body of the suits seems to be have a completely new design with an added silver chest piece and accents. They also lack in the design that went down the middle of their chest original uniforms. They also have updated morphers that seem to use the Kyuranger morphers elements, as you could say. At the end of Dino Fury, Zato comes back as the White Ranger, so we all know that in the show. Zato said that the Morphin Masters provided him with new powers, so it seems likely that it will continue to be featured in Cosmic Fury along with the other Rangers' new powers. But if that's the case, it could be changed. All you gotta do is just change Zato's from the red color to his White Ranger uniform. It'll able to be matched with the costume and have the visors, the visor of the helmet be red instead of black. So think about how cool that would be of Zato's costume being the coolest out of all the Rangers. And with that in mind, I think it's perfect for them to make it a one-time thing for the finale with the cape and the shoulder pads from that. And I found out that Hasbro made the cape and all of that, but the costume was from Japan when Toei designed the White Ranger costume. So I guess that kind of makes sense, but it's kind of like a one-time thing. It's not official and it's not serious. So that's what I have to explain to the people. But Like I said, this could be some concept art, but it's possible they might change some new things going into 2023 when they go into production. So it makes sense. So now that we know that Cosmic Fury will be adapting Kyuranger for the Zord footage, it will be interesting to see how they handle that. As far as we know, the main set of Rangers will be the 6 that we saw in Dino Fury. In Kyuranger, there will be 12 Rangers. So it's possible that Cosmic Fury will only use a small amount of footage to account for the lack of Rangers. We also know that Walter Jones and David Yost will be returning to reprise their roles as Zack and Billy Cranston, the original Black and Blue Power Rangers, respectively. The Illuminati previously reported on Yost's return back in April. We expected more returning Rangers to appear in the upcoming season. So be sure to stay tuned to the Illuminati for more information. So it's obvious to me that we know that David Yost was reported to be true by them, but the fact that Walter Jones, they didn't really mention anything about Walter Jones returning for Power Rangers 2. So that was the most exciting part about the con yesterday. So we don't know which storyline they're going to be put in for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 30th anniversary special and Cosmic Fury at the same time. But it's only possible that they might have an important plot. New villain, new enemies for the original Mighty Morphin team. I mean, we know that Lord Zed is coming back, but what about Zonon and Alpha? I think that needs to be addressed as well. Like, how are they gonna, work on the original cast of Mighty Morphin team with the young character being Trini's daughter, by the way? So, are the Zords gonna come back? Like, what is going on? There's a lot of speculation on what's gonna happen in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers special next year. So right now they're currently in New Zealand filming something, but we don't have enough information to know what's going on. But if I do, I'm gonna let y'all know in the upcoming videos in the future. So about that statement to one of the people from the Illuminati when they were. So about the whole statement that the Illuminati said about Simon Bennett debunking the rumors about Hasbro and Toei splitting up, which we all knew that it wasn't true after all. So I don't know if he was being sarcastic, or is he being silly about it, or is he being serious about the whole Simon Bennett debunking the rumors and all of that. And to me, I think he's still a little upset at the fact that that display from Toei was not true, and the statements that they believe that they put out 2 years ago was true, and they had everybody talking, they had everybody freaked out. And I, for one, did not believe any of these rumors being true after all. Some of the stuff they put out is true, but the part what they said about Hasbro and Toei splitting up did not make any sense whatsoever. And I, for one, knew that it was not true after all. So I thank God that Simon Bennett actually destroyed these rumors. And I'm just happy that I could go to bed peacefully without even thinking that they could just split up and do their own thing and just forget about Toei. Because we all know that that's not going to happen. They're not going anywhere. But for the most part, I am happy that, all of this rumor stuff can be put to bed, as far as the split from Hasbro and Toei goes. But I'm just happy that we ain't got to worry about another dumb rumor from them anymore. Though, I still think they're okay, but they need to be careful of putting out certain statements and putting out certain stuff that's going to have people have mixed thoughts about them. If y'all want the article, I will post it in the description, as well as the videos I've talked about the costume and the whole 45-minute time limit in each episode of Cosmic Fury coming out next year. That will be in the description as well. I cannot talk right, y'all. I'm just so all over the place. So yeah, I'm gonna let y'all about the video.